Welcome, this is Marianne Cusell, and in today's video, I want to add another viewpoint to the video I did on how to let go of a toxic relationship where children are involved. And I got a lot of feedback that it was very female biased, and I get that. And I have coached people going through, men especially, where they've felt powerless in the situation because the female has used the children against them. Now, I'm not saying that's you. All as I'm here to do is to support men when they feel this way. And the interesting thing is when a male is accused of being the one that's the narcissist, when the male is accused that they're the one that's cheated on the relationship or they've done something wrong. And I want to offer you a wider viewpoint. What is going on for the female to attack verbally, energetically, use the children as collateral, push you away? Because the more you understand the female psyche and what's actually going on in her pain threshold, the more this might help you create some sort of harmony and even be able to talk in a language that's going to take some pressure off her, to open up a communicative dialogue so that you can be the best parents separate altogether with your children, right? So if you can imagine, most women grow up with this real fairy tale idea of what their life's going to look like. They have grown up with fairy tale books, and so they have a part of them that wants that fairy tale. And when they get married and have children, perhaps they married or had this relationship with you through a filter of this is my fairy tale. And when that filter is just destroyed, when the awakening happens that this is not my fairy tale, this is not what I wanted, this is not what I imagined, and whether it was because of your actions or because of their actions, recognize that it's really a part of that idea of this relationship was an illusion. Because if both parties are coming together as healthy human beings, and I mean emotionally, psychologically, you know, they came from healthy backgrounds, they have good values, they feel really good in their skin, and they weren't seeking the source of love because of the lack of love they had growing up, then it's going to be a whole different ball game. So please understand, number one, every woman, most women, I'll say most, have an idea of that really fairy tale. They want this experience. They want to walk up the aisle in the white dress. They want to feel loved. And when they look at a man or a person or a partner in this situation, this is my source of love. This is my fairy tale, and it doesn't work out, then the filter crashes. And the anger comes up. Now, why anger? Anger is a cover-up for deep sadness. And when the anger comes up and they then project that anger onto you, their male partner, or whether you're in a relationship with another, when they project that anger onto you, it becomes your fault. They can't see reason. That is because of the fairy tale, that collapse, that they're angry, they're upset, they're hurt. And here's another piece to it, especially if they've had a couple of kids and they don't feel good enough about themselves anymore. Maybe they have body image issues, or maybe they feel unconsciously there could be a piece there that who's going to want me now that I'm separated with 2 kids, or who's going to want me now that I've had 2 kids. There's a whole stigma that can be projected upon them that makes them feel even angrier. So if you're with a woman and you're going through a breakup or you're wanting to separate and they're so angry at you and you just don't get it as to why, realize their fairy tale has collapsed. Secondly, they might have self-esteem issues about where they're actually at in their life right now, and they're making it all your fault. So we need to take responsibility. Both parties need to take responsibility. And I really encourage you, male listeners, to have some compassion for where she might be at. And then also ask yourself a question. What was I experiencing, or what was I wanting in this relationship when I met her? Did I get together with her because she was hot? Did I get together with her because she made my heart sing? What was your reason for hooking up with her in the first place? If you're married, did you walk down the aisle really loving her energy, her personality? Did you know her core values? Her favorite color? Some men actually walk up the aisle that I've coached and say, when they go back to that place, when it's all turned to in a big mess, and now there's children involved, it's become really toxic, and I take them back to the altar. Some men admit to me they married her because she was really hot. Now, hotness doesn't last. So, number one, recognize the fairy tale does exist in the conscious mind and the unconscious mind of females. Number two, take responsibility for what reason you got together in the first place. And number three, ask yourself, what would love do right now? And this is for men and women. Because if we can acknowledge what the anger's about, which is a cover-up for sadness, and acknowledge what's really happened and what you wanted to happen and where's that gap, just acknowledge it. Then what can you accept about it? Can you accept that maybe there's some work to be done here around self-worth? Can you accept that? Because if you can accept it, then you can really elevate your self-esteem. And the more that you can elevate your self-worth bank, your emotional bank, the more likely you can actually healthily go your separate ways, become friends for your children, so that you can then have another healthy relationship. Don't take this relationship into another relationship. The same thing will happen. So, number one, recognize the fairy tale. Number two, take responsibility for your feelings. And number three, acceptance. Come into acceptance. If you want to do any work with me, check out the links, or more importantly, try doing your ACE score and your belief profile, which is in the description as well. They're free, just to see what happened. What has happened in your past to have you become acting out in this situation. So I hope that's more even for male and female. And yeah, I hope that's helpful. Much love to you.